Hi, my name is Jennifer DuPoux. I am a leader in beauty and wellness. My salon is Just Relax Salon. Today I'm going to have a consultation with Kat in regards to prom. It's such an exciting day because prom is that only one time to make that mark on that person. So I'm excited to talk to Kat about her hairstyle. Her dress was very elaborate, so we wanted to play the style down a little bit with still being very elegant. Her back is out, so we're going to have some hair cascading down, and then we're going to have the sides and the back pulled back, and I'm going to create a rose braid, which braids have been very popular, so we're going to play up on the braids for her prom, and we're very excited. So in preparation of her prom style, we want to assess the hair. We want to see the density, we want to see the length, we want to make sure there's enough to do the style that we're going to create. So this style we will put it up. So I'm going to go in and proceed with sectioning her hair. So in sectioning this hair, it's going to be 3 braids. 3 braids, that's going to be about 2 inches per section. We're going to start off in the center, and I'm going to carry the part. We have the occipital, so we're going to take the part above the occipital bone. That is where the rose will sit in this picture. And then we're going to take a part right behind the ear. That's going to be the second braid. So there's going to be 2 basic 3 braids, and then there's going to be 1 fishtail braid. And so what I normally like to do is I like to use some textured spray so that I have enough to be able to grip and braid the hair. So I'm going to spray a little bit, and that's to give me control. You want to have control with the hair. You want to get rid of any flyaways. You want to make sure when you're braiding the hair that it's not slippery. So I used a little bit of a texture braid. So we're going to go in, and I'm going to create a 3-strand braid. Not too tight, but enough tension. So when I'm completing this braid, we're going to create a pancake. The pancake is going to expand the braid so that the braid has more fullness. So when we create this rose, the rose will sit nice and full in the back of her head. So I'm braiding it all the way down to the end. And when we create the pancake, we're only using the right side. And you're going to start from the bottom, and you're going to expand this braid. So from the bottom, this is called a pancake. And I'm expanding only the right side. Once you tie off the end, we're going to actually roll. We're going to roll this braid. And you want to make sure you're tucking away any of the free hair. So as you see, that's our first foundation. So I'm going to take a bobby pin. And you always want to make sure you're using colors that's going to complement your client's hair. She has a beautiful blonde, so we don't want to use black bobby pins. We want to use blonde bobby pins. And for educational purposes, the little ripple side is the part that grips. You don't want to go from the bottom, which is smooth, so we're going to take the back of that and we're going to anchor that braid, and then I'm going to take some hairpins. Hairpins are open-ended, bobby pins are flat. So now we're coming to the second braid. The second braid is going to actually be a fishtail. That's braided definitely different from a 3-strand braid. So it's taking 2 sides as if you're riding a horse, and then you're pulling the hair from underneath, and we're going to bring it over. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. And I'm going to continue to repeat, and then I'll show you as I come down. So a fishtail is actually two braids, one piece going on top of the other piece. It takes a little practice, but when you get it, it's a beautiful braid. I'm just going to continue until you get all the way to the end, until you run out of hair, pretty much. And again, just so you can see, I'm grabbing from underneath and taking the next hair from over on the right side and crossing on top of each other. Still holding both sides to not lose control of the braid. So now we're going to hold the tip and we're going to pancake the fishtail, which we start from the bottom and we work our way up to expand the braid so that it's not flat. Okay? So that's the first loop, and then we'll find the next loop and we're pulling it to expand the braid. That's what's called pancaking. And I'm not doing every braid. I'm skipping a loop so that I can expand it. And again, we're only doing the right side. And now we're going to tie it off with a rubber band. Tip is, we're using a black rubber band, but in this case, if you have clients that have blonde hair, colored hair, the preference would be a clear rubber band. But if you're using a black rubber band, make sure when you're tucking it away, you're not going to be able to see it. So we're going to take this braid, which is our fishtail braid, and we're now going to come and create around this towards the left side, and I'm going to tuck in. The last braid, again, for each side, I go in and I use a textured spray because I want to remove any oil or shine so that we can braid the hair and it can stay together when we're braiding it. This is another simple braid, a 3-strand braid. You're gonna braid it, not too tight, but just enough so that when you pancake this braid as well, we're only going to pull the right side. So this is a very simple style. You're repeating the same thing on both sides. And once we complete that, I will then go in and create some curls in the back, and her style is complete. 3-strand braid. And now we're going to pancake. You're going to hear me using that word a lot, pancake, right? So we're going to expand the braid so that it has some fullness, so that her rows can look really beautiful. And we're holding the tip of the braid. Remember, you want to make sure that you're securing the braid because at prom you have a lot of dancing, a lot of fun, so we don't want her braid to fall off. That would not be nice. So we're anchoring this braid with this bobby pins and making sure they're not visible. And then I will reinforce the style with a hairspray. You don't want to use the hairspray and you're not certain with how your hair is being positioned because you're going to automatically lock the hair in. So we're not going to spray until we have everything positioned exactly where it needs to be. You can use a light working spray, but when you're ready to lock it in, we're going to use a spray that has a little bit more hold. So we're now going to take our hairspray And there's different types of holes when we talk about hairsprays. The first hairspray that I was using is more of like a working spray that's light, so it gives you flexibility. So if there's an error, you can go in and brush it back out and start all over again. This particular hairspray is a little bit more stronger. You don't want to use a stronger aerosol spray because it's going to lock the style, and if you make a mistake, then it's going to make the hair weight down, and then it's going to be a not good situation. So we always want to create flexibility when we're styling, so that if you have an error, you can fix it. You want to keep it at least 370 and 400. And we're just going to create some soft curls to finish off our style. And when we talk about other hairstyles, so with her dress, we could have gone with an updo. We could have created it, taking her hair and putting everything up, taking everything off of her shoulder because her back is open in her dress. You could also add accessories to create more accentuation and glamour to the hairstyle. But keep in mind, if your dress is real fancy, there's no need to add too much extra in your hair. If you have a simple dress and a very complicated hairstyle, you don't need accessories. If you have something real simple, we could add a couple of stones in the back to give her some accent, and that's it. And you never want to touch the curl when it's hot. You want to wait till it's cool so that it'll set, and then when you go ahead and style it, the curl will already be locked in. So we always want to let the hair cool after curling it. I decided, as I said, what a cute little accent piece. So we're just going to kind of curl just a light little wave to frame her face, because she's naturally beautiful. There's not that much she needs to do. So we're just going to go ahead and curl those pieces, and then our prom style is complete. So I always like to add a little bit of shine so that the hair can have some moisture, and to give it a little shine, we're just doing a little bit. I don't want to put too much because her hair is fine, and too much oils will weigh her hair down. Someone that has medium texture, absolutely, you could add a little bit more shine if necessary. But for fine hair, you don't want to go overboard with your shine spray. So we're using a little of our heavy hold. We always want to be very mindful of the shape of the person's face. So you turn them around to adjust to make sure that it complements their face. There we go. This is our finished prom style. What'd you think, Kat?
I love it. I haven't seen it, but I love it.
Hi, my name is Jaylene. I work at Tipsy Salon Bar in Plantation. Today I am going to be doing a tutorial on how to do makeup for prom season. Some people find it difficult to decide what hairstyle or even what kind of makeup to do with the type of dress they wear. So today my client, my model, is wearing a nice vintage lacy dress, and I was thinking of doing a nice natural smoky eye to give her that vintage look. So today I have all my brushes laid out for different types of shading. Her foundation, the setting powder, you cannot forget about the baking powder, primer, and the setting spray, and my palette. There will be other colors that I'll be using on her eyes that will bring out her eye color and how it will help complement her dress.